Hey guys, it's KR0 here, and I want to talk about a video I just watched on YouTube. It was a video by looks like Blitz Z. It's called Square Enix realized they made a huge mistake, and the video is all about Square Enix making a huge mistake of selling their properties to possibly get on board with the NFT train, which NFTs bullshit. Okay, in my honest opinion, for what I've been hearing, they're not worth it. Like any company who wants to like try to put their stock into this shit shouldn't. It's not going to be a thing. If it becomes a thing, I'm going to be surprised. But at the end of the day, MTs are bullshit. Like the regular gaming community, the people that you want, that your audience is never going to want NFTs. Some do because they think it's like a cool thing, cool like uh collector type thing, but it really isn't. Um, but I want to know if Square Enix realizes that they made a bigger mistake years ago, almost around the time that Final Fantasy VII came out, or Final Fantasy VIII, for that matter. And that big mistake, in my honest opinion, would be Xenogears. How they dropped the ball when it came to Xenogears. Now, if you don't understand, if you don't know about Xenogears was a game that came out on the original PlayStation, a really good RPG that mixed fantasy elements with sci-fi elements. Um, Now the combat system was great in the fact that even the dungeon crawling was great in the fact that you had two forms of each. You had the normal human dungeon crawling and uh, combat. And then you had the gear combat. Basically, your characters get into giant mechs, a la Gundam, and it was actually pretty cool. It was pretty decent, and the way they mix that combat together, especially like for instance, at any given moment, if your character can control a gear, you can call your gear. If you're in an area where you can call your gear, like the world map, and you just happen to, as the human character, you get into a battle, and you're battling against a whole bunch of uh regularly human sized uh enemies or monsters or such, you can get in your gear and stomp them and kill them in a heartbeat, unless they're stronger than the gear. Um, like they're a real legit monster or something like that. However, you kind of don't want to do that because sometimes you can waste the gas in your gear, or you can it. They have a lot of different ebbs and flows in combat. Either way, you also have the dungeon crawling in the gear. The game was actually pretty decent, and I recommend it if you've never played it. If you still have a PS3, I don't know if they put it on like PlayStation 5 or something like that, so you can do some um backwards compatibility. Well, there are some places out there who sell used game systems. I'm talking about old retro game systems like the original PlayStation, and they do sell the original video games. Although Xenogears would be one of those rare ones that would be almost like $70 at this point. I know Breath of Fire 3 is one of those for sure, and that shit is golden in my opinion. Honest opinion. I don't care what anybody says. Breath of Fire 3 is just as good as Breath of Fire 4. Simply put. Honestly, I think it has a better dragon system, but that's just me. Anywho, but the point I'm trying to make is Xenogears was a legit great game to play. Um, and that's the main focus of this video. Just me talking about how good of a game Xenogears is. Now, hopefully, I'm doing this right, and I've already put some great um, B roll on here for you. But if not, Hey, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna leave a description in the channel to like look at some great videos of Xenogears. It's actually a pretty decent game. Um, the next part of the video I have to say is, hey, Square, this year, please, 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 I want part two trailer. You know what I'm talking about. I want Final Fantasy VII remake part two, the trailer to come out this year. Okay, I need to know how we're gonna go from what happened at the end of Intergrade. I haven't played Intergrade yet because I don't have a PS5 yet. But once I do get a PS5, you damn straight I'm gonna be on that fucking thing. I'm gonna be playing Yuffie in a heartbeat. You should. That's another mistake you made. Okay, you should have made, given uh how hard it is to obtain a PS5 currently. Maybe it's gotten a little bit easier. I don't know. But given how expensive a PS5 is and how more people are trying to like, keep themselves above water at this point, you should have made the Yuffie add-on that you made exclusively for PS5 as an add-on, as a paid DLC for the PS4 folks. I mean, that's the biggest issue. Like, in all honesty, if you really want to stop, I get that you want to. I get that Sony wants to stop support for the PS4. I get that you want to just focus on the PS5. However, currently most people still have PS4s. You know how hard it is for that chip to be made. Focus on giving your focus on giving the fans what they want more so than anything. You really want that extra money? You really want that extra money to come into your coffers so that you can build really great games. Okay, forget about the NFTs and focus on the DLC for PS4, DLC for your Xbox games, DLC, like some of these DLC. Look, with Final Fantasy VII remake, the second Integrate came out, it was just like you pretty much slapped us in the face, slapped the PS4 Final Fantasy fanboys in the face with that whole like Yuffie thing. Oh, you can't play as Yuffie until you get a PS5. That's rude, bud. Figure out a way for us to play as Yuffie as a PS4 owner, and we got it, and I'm all for it. But either way, enough of me, bitching about something I can't control. Um, I'm just saying, that would be much more helpful in the long run. But that's all for today for this video. I'm not gonna do too much. In fact, what I was saying about that B-roll, I might repost this video later on after I go through and re-edit it. But and I might actually do an extensive um Xenogears video on at a later date. Who knows? But until then, you guys have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and a great life. I'll talk to you guys later, alright? Peace out.